Portal Protocol. Portal Protocol. This is just a start for and from Anubis collaborate with Archangel minus the devil. No, not really. Protocol. Network program. Segmentation Piglet 2284-1124. Piglet 2289-2224. 2246. Piglet 1128. RDMFG and RDMFF31 XP13 and XP248 is a portal. But this portal is a differency in relation to the affluent of time before you can have the customer affair. In the time of the relay, the Department of Customer Affair need to somehow departure the deployment. No, it's common. Departure the exporting degree into Ching Chong and minus Foxy. In that time, this portal will actually align itself into the program and also to digital color, the fade of 3386 and 2284, which is a pointer of the reversity of mock-up, and also to draft code the Wizard of Crafts. The Wizard of Craft is based on Timberland and also Michael Jackson, to somehow portray the element of a in-K. Yes, not cake, in-K. So what is K? What is Faye? In-K. The K is called cage of birth. The cage is called cage of birth. The cage is called cage of birth. 333CC plus 1, pulse cell 3328, and pulse cell exchange in the clouds 5946 2142. Anubis 3321 6431. Anubis 56.10 2.4 2.6 2.8 2.1. Anubis 22 negativity 2284 negativity 1128 minus cell Kiki, something like that, Pinky or Kiki, something like that. To produce the verb, the alignment of time from Anubis is a clucker, not a clutch. Manual car, clutch. The clucker is called a clucker. The manual speed of the velocity is by 33326 and 33329. Gravity is separator, not separator, but separator by Anubis in relation to the sun, the moon, and Mars. No, the wisdom of the blueprint. The wisdom of the blueprint is a trucker, not a tracker, a trucker of 2284 for the buck, and also to degrade into the amphetamine. The amphetamine is the working condition of what we have won. So, Mum, don't cry, because it's true, it is the blue moon. That's how it gets built before it becomes ash in the moon. Yes. But in time, Mum, Ma, in time, when your husband, when my dad goes to Vietnam, you got to get the correct mineral and metal. Sorry, that is the two-face. Yes, mineral or metal, metal is called a two-face. When you have a two-face in relation to the telebirth, yes, when you have the telebirth, you will position yourself into the corrects, and any corrects that will position into the rejection of fear, and also to police care the guardian. Once you police care the guardian, the developer will actually rework the area of the amphetamine and to indicate the pulse of 3348 and pulse 22485 and pulse 22481. Thank you, police. And 33489, 1182 and 1184. Sepalator 1121 Sepalator 1129 volts machine 2282. Yes, Anubis. That is the only a little bit or something in relation to the amphetamine by the sun ray to burn the skin from summer days or cancer in relation to moles or whatever you call it. But in return, the productivity of the sun ray will telegram into the crystal stick by the Japanese candle, and also to Maria, the next relationship for the archangel minus its racism, which means which race are you? I'm not racist, but you know what racism is. That is by part of Ong, but by another archangel next time. But the word means racism, mean what race we are. I'm Vietnamese, Chinese, I'm Asian, Caucasian, what race we are, see? But the ISM may belong to Buddhism in some kind of way, in that kind of way. But anyway, my apology when I said that. But Anubis, by the Kutla, Ukitila, Kutekna, Kutu, Buddha, is the first alien produced by the main creator. In time, once you have the mainframe in relation to the sunbeam, we will work out the next brand, because there's an old brand called Sunbeam, right? Correct. So in that one, yes, Anubis, the degradation of a telegram will also program, oh beautiful, into the next kukulu or something like that, into the internal customer affair for the weekly wage income protection. The weekly wage income protection will be ascendancy, no, it's differency, no, either so. That's what I mean by either so. But even so, once there is a pro, yes, here's a quickie. Pro or probe. Textile indexing, texture, facial awareness or awareness, either so. In that way, it's meant grammar. That's what a grammar has already begun. Thesaurus has not started yet, but later on, that guy, that character guy, confused. I don't know how to pronounce his name. If I Google it, I'll get his name, but I'll just call him confused. But in that time, once we work out the area of interestment, we will also assumption into the area of expertise and to realize the next separator. Because in return, once we realize the next separator, the protocol will mark itself into my mom, Gui Kyle, to Vietnam for ADSL DDPG and ADSL DDPG F952 and DD5 3G12413 3G24613 G2418 3G2161 DDPG 3962 DDPG 1148 DDPG 2248 DDPG 1118. I can't figure Buddha name as yet. Oh, it's not available as yet, Buddha. But in time, cat hat. Yes, Buddha, cat hat. It will be called cat hat. In that way, the cat hat, next time, Buddha, next time, it will be called a cat hat. But in time, once we even out the data core of the expertise, once we realize the grammar, we also need to proverb either a soul, pro, or probe in relation to the proximity alert. The proximity alert is based upon the robot of CP39 and CP31 by Z, an old friend of mine. His name is just Z. So in that way, Z, once you have the probe or the proximity alert, you need to understand the air show. I don't know his name, but I'll just call him air show. Once we understood the air show, the graviton, yes, the graviton will be into algebra, and the algebra will actually satellite into its Saturn. And each Saturn, once we have the Photoshop, we know the PMS and also to understand the swatches and also to probe into the rejection field of forming 2248 and 2241, which is a refusion of the confusion, that guy, the character. Next time I'll change that too. I've got to find his name. But later on, once we share the network of one beautiful cloud, once we share the network of one, we can also separate into a porcupine. The porcupine is one of the refusion of fuse cell 3328 and fuse cell 22564421 dot JSON. In that way, once you have the JSON, we will allay into Gabby to work out the light speed. Because Gabby, when you work out the light speed, because past this hemisphere by NASA, it is the next or something. I'm not there yet, NASA, in relation to the RLA, because that is just a test. Oh, not just a setup. I haven't tested that yet. It's just a setup. So once I know the RLA of the outer rim or the interface of the work condition of the robot, we got to work out the condition of methodology and to understand Bill Gates and minus Jeff Hegan. Jeff Hegan? No. Hegan. Who's Hegan? Hekar? No. Hegan. Who's Hegan? Complete.